Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Mr. Kyle Cohen. I'm a 4th grade teacher in Cleveland, Ohio. Happy Monday, welcome back to the classroom. As you can see, today we are repping the Ohio State University. Ohio State plays in the national championship this evening. I think last time I saw you, I was wearing Browns clothes following the Browns' victory to make it into the playoffs, which they won last night. So as you can expect, was up real late last night. We'll be up real late tonight cheering on our sports teams here in Ohio, but it's okay. Don't worry, I got all of the drinks for today. We got the tea, the coffee, the possible mid-afternoon caffeine boost, and the water, of course. Today is actually the first day with having all students back here in the classroom. We had all students back in the classroom about a week or two before Thanksgiving, if I remember correctly. I think we went into Thanksgiving under our full class, everybody here in-person model. Then at Thanksgiving again, we shifted online into the 100% remote learning option. We came back last week from winter break under the hybrid model, and then today all students are coming back. So as you would expect with all students coming back, there is a lot to do this morning, both just physically and mentally preparing for what that looks like. Also just going to walk you through what our Monday is going to look like and what we're going to be doing. So if you are interested in seeing what we are learning here in the 4th grade, make sure you stay tuned for that. But for now, I need to get to work. I have some emails that I need to respond to, a couple of things I need to prepare for this morning, so let's get into it. It is now 4 o'clock. It is officially the end of my contract hours. Obviously, during the day, I am not able to grab my camera and film because I am working with my students. But now that the day is over, I thought I would walk you through what our day looked like today, what we were learning in the 4th grade, and a couple other things that I have been working on. As students walked in this morning, I had this slide posted. Give students directions for what they need to do. When they walked in, they need to wash their hands, write down their homework in their planners, turn in any notes and assignments. We then have this intervention time, which I think is really awesome that my school does. Our entire building from 9 o'clock until 9:30 has intervention time. Students are specifically grouped based on all sorts of things that they might need. So some students go to different teachers. I have some different students. Some students stay in my room. Students who do not have an intervention group have different morning work that they are working on each and every day. And when they finish, I always have some can-do options. So reading, writing, going on Epic, typing agent, or Prodigy. And obviously I needed to have the Ohio State University mascot, Brutus, on the slides this morning because it's a big night for the Buckeyes. Yes, they lost. I don't want to talk about it. We had our class huddle talking about how our weekends were. This was also the first day that students had been together since before Thanksgiving. For some of you, you've actually never been with your students all together in person, but we have earlier this year, but today was the first day we were back together since before Thanksgiving, so they were really excited to see one another. We caught up for a little bit. They shared what they did over the weekend. They could share anything they want. Everyone had a chance to share. I then shared what the national day is today. It was National Milk Day. We went over the calendar, we went over the weather, talked about the schedule for the day since we are back on our 5-day schedule, which is different from our remote schedule, which is different from our hybrid schedule. So wanted to inform students of all of those changes. It was then time to get into math. We always begin with our retrieval practice. I went over this in my vlog from last week, so if you missed that, go ahead and check that out. Following our retrieval practice, we got into today's lesson, which was multiplying using the partial products algorithm. Last week, we introduced the area model, the different partitioning models to multiply, but today we were focused on using partial products. Partial products is when students write down the problem, they multiply the ones place, they multiply if there's a tens place. We teach the importance of having that placeholder in order to be moving from the ones place to the tens place. If there's a hundreds place, we would have 2 zeros here, 1, 2, and we then add to find the answer. This template is really helpful for students. I also provide them a copy in a dry erase sheet. So they are using a whiteboard marker and they have an eraser with this paper in a dry erase sheet that they are actually writing on, engaging with me. We went through a few different examples together, and then throughout the day today, students had a few different assignments related to partial products that they worked on. In reading, we're focusing on different text structures for nonfiction texts. We are talking about sequencing and compare and contrast, cause and effect, problem and solution, and so on. Students had this packet that they engaged with in partners. They had all these different passages that they read with their partner. They're all very short. They then had to determine what each of these passages were, what text structure they were, and how they were able to identify the different text structures. So I knew this was compare and contrast because it talked about two different topics that the author was comparing and contrasting, or something like that. At this point in the year, we are also deep into our RACE passages. That stands for restate, answer, cite, and explain. We were going through two different passages today, Man in the Moon and The Red Planet. We were reading each of these and then answering the question. This question was asking us to compare and contrast the moon's appearance with Mars's appearance, using evidence from both texts to support your answer. We then have this checklist for students at the bottom to ensure that they are restating, answering, providing two pieces of evidence, and explaining their answers. So we were working through these independently. We came back together, talked about what we wrote, made sure we were following our checklist to appropriately use RACE so that we're writing really fantastic high-level fourth grade responses. Per usual, it was a jam-packed day here in the fourth grade. I cannot believe that all students were back in person today. It was so amazing seeing them that excitement kind of took away from my anxiety and nervousness about having all of them together in person. The biggest thing that is constantly going through my mind is safety, and the fact that students are just so close to each other in proximity when they all are here. It just always has me feeling a little bit uneasy, but I'm doing everything I physically can to ensure that students are being as safe as possible. They are obviously wearing masks, they're remaining in their seat, we're washing hands, sanitizing, all of those things, but there's constantly moments throughout the day where I'm questioning all the protocols and things that are in place, because at the end of the day, I just want to make sure that we are being really safe. How are you doing? Leave a comment down below sharing how your week has been. I am really starting to enjoy the habit of sharing these teacher diaries videos with you all on Thursdays. If you have not already done so, make sure you hit that red subscription button down below so that you do not miss out on any future videos. I plan on continuing to upload these teacher diaries videos on Thursday to share my experiences in the classroom a little bit deeper about what we are actually covering in terms of content and elementary education and all of those things. All different kinds of other videos will be posted on Monday. I need to head out of here because we have a big The Ohio State University Buckeye game tonight. I'm really excited. Hopefully we can pull this one off. We will see. As always, I so appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.